Hey guys, this is Shannon with Nearly Organic Noshing, and I am sitting in my Publix grocery store parking lot and meal planning. Sometimes I find that it is just easier to get away from the house, the office, the phones, the kids, the laundry, the responsibility, and go sit someplace quiet, even if it is the grocery store parking lot or your car out in the middle of your yard or something, and just think, because I know that if I have a few minutes of quiet, I can do a lot more in 5 minutes of quiet than I can sitting at the kitchen table with distractions. I grabbed my planner that has all of my inventories. We have multiple freezers on the property in different places, so I really need to keep an inventory as to what we have where, so I don't end up buying extra or buying something I don't need. Eventually I'll have a pantry inventory, but I haven't set that up yet. But I do keep my freezer inventories up to date. And the fridge stuff, the cold stuff, I pretty much just know what I have. So I don't plan certain meals on certain days. I know what I have in the freezer, and I look at my list, and then I figure out, okay, what do I want to add to this? What meals do I want? And then I'll give myself options. I may write 10 or 12 different options, and that way, whatever strikes my fancy, or if plans change, or I need to do a crock pot meal, and I don't have time to do something, or I don't have time to defrost, then I can just quickly change plans, change gears, and do something else. So I'll flip it around. I hope the lighting is good enough that you guys can see what I'm doing, and I'll show you how I have my list set up and how I meal plan, and then I just go in and I can knock it out and I can get home, because it is a little after 6, I believe. I can see the time here. Yeah, it's a little after 6, and I need to get home and still cook dinner tonight and do the grocery shopping. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll show you guys how my meal plan looks. Okay guys, if you can see this here, this is my grocery list. I made chicken and dumplings last night, so I still have that for lunches or whatever else that we want for the rest of the week. We'll finish that up, as well as some taco soup. And then these are just other options I have. I know I pretty much have everything in the freezer or the refrigerator or my pantry to make all of these meals. These are just quick things off the top of my head, nothing that I need a recipe for or any sort of special ingredient. So these are just items I know I can make. And then if I decide I want to go on Pinterest, I'm sitting in the store parking lot, I can get on Wi-Fi and pull up recipes if I so choose. Today, I'm just going with stuff that I know, and I'm just gonna make easy, simple recipes. And then I have it broken down into categories. This is just one that you can pull off Pinterest. I don't remember which site it was. Let me see. Just a Girl and Her Blog is the site that I pulled it off of. And I just like the layout of this. It's very simple. And like I said, I give myself extra options along the top. If I think of something else I could make tacos. I could do, meatloaf. There's just so many other options I could throw in. These are just a few recipes I know I can quickly do off the top of my head. And then I have my list of ingredients, what I actually need from the store. And this stuff I probably won't get because they don't have some of this stuff at Publix. I'm not worried about that. I'll hit that next time I have to absolutely go to Walmart. I hate to go to Walmart, but sometimes it's a necessity and I have to go there. I'd much prefer just to run into Publix. Quicker, easier, and the people are much nicer. So this is how I have it set up. I have my produce, my fruits and vegetables. Some of this stuff I have in the garden or I have in the freezer, but if the prices are good, I'll go ahead and get some here. I don't need much in the way of meat. Our freezers are really stocked, but I do want to get some chicken tender meat so that I can grill it, because Jaden's wanting to take grilled chicken Caesar salads in his lunch to school. So I will pick him up some of those because I know I don't have any in the freezer. And then these are just the other ingredients I know I need off the top of my head. And when I say I have a freezer, my freezer inventories, I have them set up by the freezer. So this is like my my porch refrigerator freezer. So all of these things are pretty much fruits and vegetables. Most of them are from the garden that I put up, and that either I haven't had a chance to can, or I'm just going to leave them there. I have the house refrigerator. We don't have too much in that freezer because it's a small drawer freezer, but my big freezer has quite a bit, and I keep my quantities here where I can just go through, and as I use it up, then I can mark it off. So I have all my different freezers all listed out, and then I can just go through, mark off what I've used or what I need, and take that off the list until the next time I replenish it. So this just works for me. It may not work for everybody, but since we do have multiple freezers, this is just what's best for me to be able to keep track of everything. So I have my list, I have what I need, and I'm gonna run inside and get this knocked out, hopefully in 30 minutes or less, so I can be back home to cook dinner. Okay guys, I figured I'd show you what I ended up with. This was by no means like a thrifty haul at all. I did shop at Publix. Publix is more expensive than a lot of the other grocery stores, but the quality is nicer. It's of higher quality there than what you can get. And I look at what you guys buy up north and how much y'all are buying things like eggs. Over at the big family table, I saw she was going to Aldi's and getting eggs for like 28 cents a dozen. And that's just unheard of here. And we don't have an Aldi's or an Amish thrift store, any of those discount stores anywhere close to us to be able to go to. So if I want to go to Aldi's, I have to drive 45 minutes to Aldi's. So this is just a basic grocery shopping haul for what I need. This is definitely not for meals mainly. Most of the stuff I have that I'm going to be cooking meals wise, I already had in a cabinet. This is just stuff that I needed to stock up on and replenish the refrigerator, and we are all really trying to buckle down and eat healthier. And yes, some of this are like economical packages, or convenience packages, sorry, not economical, more convenience foods, that it would be easier to buy bulk. But I know for the guys, it's just a lot simpler. If I buy it like this, they're more likely to grab a package and go than to put it into another container. So I ended up spending, I think it was like $158, something like that. And then I ended up saving like $48 in BOGOs. If you see a double on anything, it is a BOGO, or it was something like 2 for $3 or 2 for $5 or 2 for $6. Our eggs are kind of ridiculous here. I think they were $2.50 a dozen. So that's $5 in eggs. I do have chickens, but they're being slackers right now and not laying. And then we also have stuff in here that is for health. The milk, you see I have a bunch of different milks. Jaden, he just does better with the lactose free, but something like that is like $5. The almond milk is better for you. It's, you know, lower in sugar and carbs, and Jaden can tolerate that very well. Those were like 2 for $5. And the beans, I think it was like 10 for $6 back there. Ginger ales and the juice boxes for his lunch. Carrots, yes, I have carrots in my garden, but they're still growing and I don't really have enough to pull for a harvest right now. So this is just to get us through the week. We'll definitely go into next week. A lot of the stuff is going to go onto the pantry shelves to replenish and stock up. We're definitely not going to go through all this week, but I just thought I would show you guys what I ended up with. Okay, I hope my planning method helps somebody out there, and you guys have a great night.